She had sex with a married man, so I took our kids and left my wife of 18 years 4 days ago.
I lost 48 pounds over the 3 months leading up to my departure due to the depression. I never thought I would have the courage or strength to leave her. We had been high school sweethearts, me 16, her 15, and now both in our 30s, with 2 young sons, ages 7 and 5. The emotional abuse and manipulation from her were constant. She convinced me I was the problem, only for me to later realize she was neglecting her responsibilities as a mother and wife. She was hardly ever home, leaving me to raise our kids alone, handling everything, cooking, cleaning, bathing, dressing, comforting them, and giving them the love they were missing from her. All this because of bingo. Yes, bingo. She found companionship with the workers there, including a married alcoholic man who smoked joints all day and a nearly 50-year-old wannabe rocker who gives drugs to his girlfriends. About 1 month ago, I discovered she was cheating. I found a fake Facebook profile of hers where she was talking to the married man, sending him pictures of herself, and meeting him after bingo late at night. She seemed genuinely remorseful and swore it was over, deleting the profile right in front of me. She promised to stop going to bingo, but that lasted only a week, and I thought things were getting better. I tried to move past her infidelity for the sake of our family, which usually takes years for people to recover from, but I did it in less than a month. But she grew impatient with me. She began sending me photos of herself whenever she went out, saying, "Just showing you where I am," as if to mock me, even though I had never asked. Eventually told her, "I trust you, go back to bingo." I figured if she enjoyed it, I wouldn't stand in her way. Over the next 2 months, her behavior didn't change. She was gone most days, leaving in the early afternoon and returning late at night, neglecting me and the kids. She shut me out emotionally when I tried to show her affection, which was a dagger to the spine to how she used to be. I was left alone with the kids, but I was fine with it, as long as it made her happy and there was nothing shady going on. We missed her deeply during this time. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. Drugs were a huge factor. She is an opiate addict and her addiction had spiraled out of control. She lost her job because of bingo and became increasingly dependent on opiates, turning to the people she met there at bingo for companionship. At one point, I was giving her money by donating my plasma every 2 days just to feed her withdrawal symptoms because I didn't want to watch her suffer. Watching your significant other suffer through that is something I wish nobody has to witness. But when she came down from her highs, she would lash out at me, hitting me while the kids were around and they are crying in the other room. I would rush in to comfort them and reassure them it was okay, while trying to calm her down, explaining that her anger was due to the withdrawal, that doesn't reflect who you truly are.
Eventually, she left for over a week to stay with her bingo friend, an older lady that lives a block away from that bingo hall. Another severe addict. She told me she needed time away to clear her head, and I agreed. I continued taking care of the kids while she was gone. When she was home, she was distant and empty, like she'd rather be anywhere else other than the comforts of her own home with her family. One day she came home, brought groceries, and told me she loved me, assuring me she'd be back soon. 5 minutes after leaving, I discovered she was messaging the married man 3 days after deleting the first cheating profile and another man from bingo, telling them she was on her way, baby. I had access to her Facebook through a family member's login, and I found out she'd created a new fake account under that profile, reconnecting with both men and sending them nudes. You'd think they were all 17 years old the way they all spoke to each other. She is 33, one is in his 40s, and the other nearly 50. Talking very badly about me. I was devastated. She had been sending them explicit pictures, calling the married man her boyfriend and the drug dispensary her fiancé. Both men knew about each other and were in on it. I later learned from someone close to me that she had filmed a disturbing video in the bingo hall bathroom, doing something inappropriate with a lollip pop inside of her V while sending it to the men, or maybe it was her with a man. I know the non-married guy would pay for her nudes, and she would always be with them after bingo smoking, doing things that I'd like to not say or show until court. She was using meth with her aunt friend she's staying with, which explained her erratic behavior and addiction. At the same time, she was rejecting me at home, even pushing me away when I tried to kiss her or show her affection. Her addiction had grown worse than I had ever imagined. I had thought she was only taking a few prescription pills for pain 3 a day, but she was actually using fentanyl and taking over 10 Percocets a day. It's crazy because I actually found a blue small pill in the bathroom where my kids use daily, broken into pieces, and that was over a month ago. The way she manipulated me, using my love for her to control me, darkened the love I had once felt for her. Our kids longed for their mother, crying every night, and I had no answers for them. Where's Mommy? When is she coming home? Did Mommy forget about me? We have our own prayer every night for her. The kids know by heart and lead it for me now. When I finally discovered the full extent of her betrayal, everything became clear. In an instant, the love I once had for her disappeared. It was strange how something I had cherished for 2 decades could just vanish in a second. I finally found the strength to leave. When I called her, she could hear the calmness in my voice and knew something was wrong. She asked what was going on, and I calmly told her everything was more okay than it had ever been. I had sent her screenshots of the messages between her and the two men, showing her explicit pictures and their jokes about me. I told her to enjoy her life with her boyfriend and fiancé and hung up. I packed up some clothes for the kids, a few personal items, and our child's ashes, and left. I haven't went back since and got myself and kids a VPO away from her for the abuse mentally and physically. Now she wants to be in their lives. Funny, huh? She's going to lose everything in the house. I hope her bingo buddies can help her, or maybe she'll end up living with the married man's wife. I honestly just hope she doesn't die, especially with the fentanyl. I don't care about the cheating, the lies, or any of it. Yes, it still hurts. And some days are really tough because she was my first love, the only person I've ever been with in every way. She's all I've ever known. I just pray that she gets the help she needs and can someday return to the person she once was before she runs out of time. My kids deserve a mother, but not the person she has become. I will continue to check the news every morning to ensure she's safe, as much as she hurt us. Deep down, I care about her. I will not ever love her the same ever again, but was a big part of my life. I just want what is best for my two boys, and I will do everything in my power to keep them safe.